Data collection can be done through questionnaires, standardized tests, interview schedules, or observation schedules. There are specific guidelines if the researcher has to collect data by using different tools. So let's first of all see what are some of the points which need to be taken into consideration while collecting data through questionnaires. Questionnaires or tests can be self-administered. So in that case, when a researcher goes and select a sample and administer the test or provide the questionnaire to the respondents, then the researcher needs to introduce himself or herself to the respondents. The researcher must provide a brief information about himself and the organization to which he or she belongs. Then the researcher must clarify the purpose of undertaking the research and also must clarify the purpose of the questionnaire or the test which is being administered. The instructions which are contained, they need to be clarified to the people, and the researcher must assure the respondents of the confidentiality of the data or information gathered through questionnaire or the standardized test, and make sure that it will not be shared with outside people. The researcher needs to give opportunity to the respondents to clarify the doubts, if any, or if they have any question in mind that need to be answered by the researcher before the researcher proceeds with data collection. Once the test or the questionnaire has been provided to the respondents, adequate time needs to be provided to the respondent to respond to the questionnaire or the test. If it is a speed test, then time limit which is provided in the test should be adhered to. Once the respondents have filled in the questionnaire, the researcher needs to collect the questionnaire or the test. At the end, the researcher must thank the respondent for the cooperation and the effort put in. If the questionnaire is mailed to the respondent, then the researcher needs to provide a copy of the questionnaire along with the cover letter and a stamped envelope to return filled-in questionnaire. The cover letter should clearly specify the purpose of the research, the purpose which the questionnaire is going to serve, the time which the respondent needs to provide for filling in the questionnaire, and if any special instructions are there, the cover letter must contain those instructions, and this should be mailed to the respondent. And when the questionnaire is being mailed, complete records need to be maintained as to who has been sent the questionnaire, and appropriate serial number can be assigned to the sample which has been selected for the study. Once the questionnaire has been mailed and adequate time is provided to the respondent to return the filled-in questionnaire, and you start receiving the questionnaire, again you need to maintain the record of the questionnaires which have been received and acknowledge the receipt of the questionnaire. And if you find that number of people they do not respond back, then reminder 1 can be sent to the respondents who have not returned the filled-in questionnaire. You need to give again adequate time after you have sent reminder number 1. At the most, if you don't receive any response from the respondent, reminder 2 can be sent to the respondents with a request to fill in the questionnaire and return within specified period of time. The response rate as far as questionnaires are concerned is 70%, but many a times the researchers do not receive adequate response from the respondent. So reminders become essential for the researcher to ensure greater return rate of the mailed questionnaires. And complete records are to be maintained after you obtain responses after reminder 1 and reminder 2, and you need to acknowledge the receipt of the questionnaires. The third category could be that the questionnaire is available online and you are going to collect the information online. In that case, the researcher needs to select the respondents or identify the respondents who need to fill in the questionnaire and approach the respondents by sending an email which specifies the purpose and provide a link to the questionnaire and assure them of the confidentiality of the data or information which is likely to be gathered through questionnaire. And after due time, reminder 1 or reminder 2 can be sent to the respondents if you have not received the filled in questionnaire, and then you need to acknowledge the respondent. So you can adopt 3 different strategies: that you can administer the questionnaire, you can mail the questionnaire, or you can make the questionnaire available to the respondent online, and different guidelines need to be taken into consideration while collecting data through questionnaires.